So I was sick for a very long time and went forward for healing so many times, but God was actually doing a healing work in here, because the healing that takes place inside the heart of the man is the most important healing that takes place. You know, you could have a broken body, but if God is doing a transforming work on your soul and changing your life from the inside out, then the actual healing work is taking place. Because this thing dies eventually anyway, right? I'd rather not suffer in it too much, to be honest with you. That would be my preference. But I was sick for a long time, and I got to the point in my life where I actually didn't believe that God did the work of healing miracles in people's bodies. I was convinced, because I was pretty sick for about 20 years. And it was bad. You know, I was out of work and I was on the invalid's benefit and hated it. And it was, you know, when you're on an invalid's benefit, everyone treats you like you're invalid. You know, I had part-time jobs I was trying to do, and I was trying to work my way off of it, and they kept on telling me, no, you can't, you'll never be any better, this is it, you're stuck. And I actually came to the point where I believed that physically, recognized that God had done a work in my life, but I didn't think that God could do a work in my body. So God did a miracle and he transformed my life, and I am super grateful for that. God did not make me sick. A stupid accident on the rugby field with no sprigs on nearly broke my neck. That's what caused the injury, and that's what caused the illness. But God turned the thing that was meant for evil and he made it good. He did a miracle in my life because of that. It just took 20 years for me to really kind of go through that process. But I want to say this to you, and I really want you to hear it, is that God is a miracle working God. Because in this room, I received 2 physical healings for my body that totally transformed my life at a point where I didn't think that God did physical miracles anymore. So my theology was wrong, because my theology was coming from my circumstances rather than coming from God's word. Right? My theology needs to come from God's word. We know God through his word, right? So we don't want to know God by our circumstances. We don't want to know God by our life experiences, because all of those things can lie to us. I want to know God by his word. But I want to understand it the way that he does, not the way that I want him to. So yeah, it took 20 years for me to receive physical healing in my arms. And another year for me to receive physical healing, or 2 years for me to receive physical healing for the skin on my back. But God did those physical miracles. But he worked on the heart of man first. Because I could tell you what, God could have healed my body, but my heart would still have been broken. And a whole body and a broken heart is still a broken person. You know, when God says he's a miracle working God, you don't go, yeah, you are a miracle working God, but you don't do this, some other thing. That's not true. But he does know his timing, and he does know who and what and where and why.